card.
It is estimated that over 40 million Americans use mood-altering medication or antidepressants. Most people know at least one person on these types of medication. The modern reliance on cosmetic psychopharmacology as a primary means for psychiatric treatment is a frightening trend. Since the first widespread usage began nearly over 20 years ago, it has remained controversial and the ethics surrounding its questioned. Despite all of this, its use continues to be more common. You may be asking yourself, what is cosmetic psychopharmacology? According to Cirillo, U.S. National Library of Medicine, 2006, cosmetic psychopharmacology is the use of drugs to enhance moods and temperament in the absence of illness. It is the use of antidepressants or mood stabilizers without medical necessity. Treatment with antidepressants began in the 1950s and since has played a crucial role in the medical field. Since the 1950s, antidepressants have improved significantly, and those who suffer from depression have significantly improved their quality of life. In the 1980s, when selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or SSRIs, came out, it quickly became the primary treatment for depression. Prozac, a well-known selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, was first introduced during this time. Within a year, over 1 million users numbered. According to Brandon L. Smith from American Psychological Association, 2012, since the launch of Prozac, antidepressant use has quadrupled in the United States, and more than 1 in 10 Americans take antidepressants. Antidepressant treatments has evolved over time. Like most things, there is a debate on how to properly prescribe with these types of medication. Cosmetic psychopharmacology has been debated among professionals for years. The debate has been centered squarely around the ethics of its use. According to Brandon L. Smith from American Psychological Association, 2012, most antidepressants are prescribed by primary care doctors who have limited training and treatment for mental health disorders. In the United States, almost 4 out of 5 prescriptions for psychotropic drugs are written by physicians who aren't psychiatrists. This means that nearly every person that takes antidepressant medications have been prescribed by a primary care doctor. Seeing primary care or seeing a psychiatrist is not a prerequisite for being prescribed antidepressant medication. Among professionals within the field believe that these medications are good. However, they do not fully address the problem and create a dependence where there are treatments focused on healing and centered around a return to life without this treatment. If these primary care doctors have minimal training and experience in mental health, and how can they decide which drug is appropriate to prescribe? People rely on their doctors for their medical expertise and trust that these doctors are experts in the treatment that they provide. However, if they are not experts in this incredibly nuanced psychiatric field, how can we rely on them to prescribe these types of medications effectively? Although these medications usage at times are debated, they are becoming more and more common in our culture. Antidepressant medication is becoming more common within the United States and the world. Most people know somebody on these medication personally. The older you become, the more likely it is that you know someone, and the more common they seem to become around you. According to Chris Fleming from Health Affairs, 2011, these drugs are the 3rd most commonly prescribed medication in the United States. Antidepressants are not just widely prescribed in the United States. In fact, they are commonly used in other countries. According to data published in 2019 by Neil McCarthy and Felix Richard, the United States didn't even make the top 10 for prescriptions for antidepressants. This would stand to support the idea that the reliance on antidepressants is a global trend and is not just localized within the United States. Understanding cosmetic pharmacology helps to know why they are debated among professionals about the treatment and how it is becoming more and more common in the world. This trend is affecting at least probably one person you know in your life. Cosmetic pharmacology is leading to troubling trends with treatment of mental health problems in the United States and the world. Okay, here are my note cards.